Good.
Okay, in executive session, we discussed pending litigation. We'll now have a motion to allow the withdrawal of case 9777E. Have a motion to that effect.
So I make a motion that we withdraw.
Is there a second?
Second. Sure.
All those in favor, raise your hand. Opposed? That case is now withdrawn. Cole.
A final note, we've discussed in past meetings the revisions to the regulations. You'll notice in the report, I mentioned we were supposed to go there on the 9th before the administrative regulation review subcommittee. I had a pretrial conference on that date, so I'll be there next month, which should be a routine approval of the administrative regulatory changes. Just wanted to provide an update to the commission on that. If something changes or comes up during that meeting of the subcommittee, I'll be sure to report back in April, but I expect them to approve without a whole lot of comment their changes to our regs.
Okay. Any questions for Cole? Additional questions? Hearing none, move on. There are no committee reports, but I think there are, under new business, we got potential strategy to protect immigrant human rights. Is that a general?
I think that was the
Presentation.
What, cool, Connie?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. But I think there's some things that we as a board, I guess before I go into this, the executive directors sent to us in November and again in January, the commission's 2026 work plan.
Mhm.
I don't know whether you got any feedback or anything for you. I'll give you mine. I'll get some marks in and give you that. If you haven't, need to get that back because we need to finalize that so we know what we're working on.
Did you get my email or you didn't?
I did not.
Okay, probably see.
Is to get that there. There are two things I want to talk about as it relates to us and our operation. I want to talk about future meetings and also talk about meeting attendance. We were scheduled based on the calendar from last year to be in Bowling Green today.
Mhm.
And at the last meeting, that got canceled. We were supposed to be going to Lexington today, and we're not here. As a commission, we decided that we wanted to move around the state to have meetings. But the process of us getting there and getting those things ironed out and confirmed is not working, or it hasn't worked well to this point. If we're truly interested in moving around the state, we've got to commit to those dates and plan to be there.
Mhm.
When I said plan to be there, we've had meetings, I think in Hopkinsville, where we were saying we were going down there to meet, and we didn't even have a quorum of commissioners in person or online to be able to hold official business. So if we're gonna move around state, we as individuals have got to commit to be there or be online so that we have a quorum. It's embarrassing to be in a place and the mayor is there welcoming you, and you open the meeting and you cannot convene it or call it order. So we gotta work about it. And if you committed to wanting a meeting in your city, your hometown, you need to work with the executive director maybe a month or two in advance to say, so we can work out all of the details so we know where we're gonna be. Because the process right now is not working. Cynthia won't say it, but I'll say it. Okay? We just need to do it. We need to do better. 6 of us is a quorum. And we have to have a quorum to conduct business. In the environment in which we're working in, and we talked about the legislation that they're talking about. All they gotta know is that we've had several meetings where we couldn't get a quorum. And they'll maybe jump on and say, do we really need a commission?
Mhm.
So just be aware of that. I don't know if Cynthia want to add anything or any of you want to add anything, but we just got to do better. And I'm sorry I had to talk in those tones.
No apology needed.
And I just wanted to just discuss the process a little bit. As Chair Burst mentioned, we do need a month, maybe even 2 months, because we're reaching out to find locations, we're reaching out to find lodging. We've invited, in Lexington, we invite the mayors. We have to have a location, we have to know who's gonna be there, and so when they get changed, then we have to go back and change all those things, and so, the sooner you can start working with us, the better. You don't have to wait until it's close to your time for the commission meeting to be in your area to give us suggestions on lodging or a meeting place or invites. Please let us know. In addition, with this last meeting, we received something where it may have been understood or thought that the commissioners were going to determine the locations. We're fine. If you have a location that you want us to be at, just let us know. We're fine with that. That means we don't have to look for places in a certain area to look. So just let us know what you're looking for and we'll do the legwork to make sure that it's paid for and anything that needs to be done will be done.
Well, if you're gonna come to the far western Kentucky, I can host you in August. Even in the middle.
And then we have to move the date too.
Oh, never mind, forget it.
No, we have to move the date for the normal meeting in August.
Right, because the 8th of August.
Yeah.
Yeah,
celebration.
I would say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I host you and I make sure that you have a good time. And that we conduct business and you have a lot of people there.
Well, you did a good job last time.
Yeah.
We had a good, and we had a good turnout of commissioners there too.
I can set it up.
We'd love to do the same thing in Lexington. We deal with hotels all the time. Space, if you don't mind meeting at church, we can do it there, we got to do a space. Or some other location in the city, we'd be more than happy to do the Lexington.
And then we'll have all the commissions from the surrounding areas, Mayfield and around. And you know, we have several people running for mayor, African Americans that are running for mayor.
And staff's working hard, even Brandon mentioned, and he's got us connected with some state facilities. So that's gonna save us money and also, so we are working, we just might need a little bit more time to.
If you look in your package, that you have, that has a calendar dates, what the schedule currently is. We're supposed to be back here in Louisville in March. Supposed to be in Bowling Green in April. Then in Covington in June. I'm not worried about Covington. I know that will be well taken care of. And then Ashland in September. I think you may need to look at it and see if we need to shift some of those dates around. If you're committing to some dates, like for instance, Doris has committed for the August meeting to be in Paducah. But know that is scheduled for August the 20th, which will be the third Thursday, but we'll have to move that date up if we go into Paducah.
Mhm.
So we'll be down there for their festivities for the 8th of August celebration. Commissioner Worth, you're still okay with June for Covington, right? Okay. Commissioner Henry is not on, so we know about Ashland. But if you want one of those dates, why don't you talk to Cynthia about it, and so that we can reshuffle those dates and update the calendar, so you'll know where we're gonna be and what we're gonna do. Okay. Any questions? Any announcements? Any other business that come before the? Hearing none, may I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn, sir.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor, raise your hand. Opposed? The meeting is adjourned. Thank you for your time. I understand that this has been a longer than usual meeting, but I think we had some important things to talk about and discuss, and as we continue to do better.